Hi, welcome to the show, Nikeboyocta.
How should we call you? How should we refer
You
to
guys
you?
can just call me Octa. It's a lot easier than just Nike Boy Octa, you know?
Gotcha. So Nike Boy Octa, SoundCloud musician, not a SoundCloud musician, just a musician. I feel like SoundCloud musician is a derogatory label.
I mean, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I totally rock like with SoundCloud heavy. I mean, I have music out everywhere, but I still push SoundCloud the hardest just because I want that shit to be free for everybody. I want my music to be completely accessible to everybody that wants to listen.
Hell yeah.
And it's accessible as fuck. You have 790 followers. That's pretty shit. I mean, good.
What?
It's pretty shitty. I'm not gonna lie, but
That's really
we're working. Thanks, man.
We have like 60. I don't know why he called that bad.
I'm weak as hell.
No, that's what makes it funny. You've been grinding though. You've released a lot of shit in the past few days.
Yeah, for sure, man. I just got out of jail like a month ago-ish, and I've just been going super hard with music. I mean, I've been going hard with music for about 2 years now. I'm 19, turning 20. I turned 20 in about a month, and I don't know. I mean, like I said, I've been making music since I was 16, but especially in the last 2 years, that's when I've really taken it serious.
He casually says he got out of jail a month ago.
What did you go to jail for?
Stupid shit, theft charge.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did you learn your lesson?
Huh?
Did you learn your lesson? Do you think stealing is bad now?
Oh, for sure. Don't steal kids.
Perfect.
That's funny because you're like your genre is hip hop / rap, right? So like
I don't even know what I would call my music. I mean, most of it is I'd say alternative, or not alternative completely, but I yell a lot in my music. I definitely use a lot of emo elements, and I mainly listen to bands and stuff. So I do like rap, but I hardly listen to rap music, if that makes any sense.
Cause like usually when people sing about shooting up schools, it's big cap, but like in your case, it comes from a genuine place.
I'm weak as fuck.
I'm kidding.
I would describe your genre. I think I would describe it as like emo rap. Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Who are artists you like?
Who's like my favorite inspirations or whatever?
Yeah.
Sure.
When it comes to rap music, even though you can't really hear it in my music, my favorite rap artist is probably Kanye West, old Kanye West. And when it comes to the music that I actually listen to on a regular basis, definitely a band called The Wonder Years, if you guys know who that is. Or
We don't.
I mean,
listen to music.
I know who Kanye West is. No, I'm kidding.
Kanye West.
Yeah,
is
no.
that.
like I said, I mainly listen to bands.
Gotcha.
Have you ever been in a band?
No, I actually really, really want to, but here in the Midwest, I'm from Ohio, and everybody's just kind of like a hater here, works 9-to-5 job, doesn't aspire to be shit. When you're a musician, everybody looks at you weird, so it's hard to find other musicians to work with.
Oh, Jake Paul's also from Ohio.
Yeah, fuck Jake Paul. No, I'm just kidding.
The only reason I know that is because in one of his songs, he goes, "Ohio's where I'm from." And it always stuck with me. I don't know why.
Hey, man, he's from Ohio, dog.
Yeah.
You got to embrace your roots. So like what do you aspire to do in your life? Because you're only 19, right?
Yeah, I'm 19 turning 20. Definitely music for sure. And I mean, like, you know, like if I ever make serious money off of this or blow up, that'd be pretty cool. But at the end of the day, I just want to help other damaged kids like me feel like they have something to relate to, as corny as that sounds.
That's really good. Most rappers...
Thanks, man.
Most rappers, they just kind of want to get big rapping about, like, stealing and killing people. It's good that you want to help others.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've worked with a few, I guess you could say mainstream rappers, or more, you know, like more generic rappers. And
Oh, really?
I have a lot of my old music back when I was younger. I used to be kind of a knucklehead, so a lot of my old music is really like mainstream, you could say. I have a lot of drill songs, a lot of trap songs, but that's not really the material that I'm the most proud of. You know, you kind of live and learn and grow from that.
What do you rap about or sing?
What do I what?
What do you sing about? What do you like to sing about?
It depends. I mean, and I have an album coming here soon. I don't know when I'm gonna drop it, but it's 90% complete. And in that album, I think I sent you guys a few songs from the album. I have a few songs like Suburban Suicide that is just kind of like what what I would say if I was to take my own life right now. And I wrote that song for suicide awareness so that other people that are kind of in a similar boat don't feel like they're completely alone. And I also wrote, what was the other song? Oh yeah. I wrote songs like Furniture that are about being in a toxic relationship where you feel like you're just kind of in the background type thing. And I have a lot more songs that are not necessarily like just meant to be there to gain plays or to get attention, but more to relate to other people, if that makes any sense. And I like to talk about my life a lot in my music. This album that I'm putting out is definitely some of my most personal work.
You're one of the only genuine musicians left.
Well, thanks, man.
But it always helps to rap about things that come from like a real place.
For sure.
That's probably true.
Well,
by the way, congrats on Hometown Losers, 13K plays. That's pretty big.
Oh, I appreciate you guys. I actually I have Zidale here with me. So Zidale, what's up? Say hi.
What's good, y'all?
what's up, Zidale? Well,
Oh, yo.
Octa feeds Zidale. How are you, Zidale?
I'm cool, man.
That's great to hear. I was gonna
Me
say
and,
something.
What's up?
I forgot what I was gonna say. Keep going.
Me and Josh Zidale, we've known each other for a grip now. I actually he was one of the first people that I started creating content with. We've known each other since we were like 15 or 16, and he also happens to be my best friend, so I'm pretty blessed because of that. Because like I said, it's really hard to find musicians out here that, you know, are serious as I am with this and really want to chase the bag. But Josh is also all about his craft and everything.
Who has a better verse on Hometown Loser?
I don't know. I think we kind of just like combined and created one solid masterpiece. I don't really think there's any other explanation.
One can't be better than the other if it's a masterpiece. They both have to be perfect.
For sure.
What was that one rapper we were talking about that faked everything in his lyrics? Like, he grew up in a good neighborhood, then like in his lyrics he was like talking about having guns and shooting people.
Yeah, I remember that. I forgot who it was.
Yeah, it's after hearing about him, it's good to hear that your stuff comes from genuine shit.
For sure, man. I mean, you know, like I grew up in a middle class home. I'm not, you know, like gonna sit here and act like I came from slums or anything. I just I was a buffoon when I was younger and got involved into some bullshit that I had no fucking point to get involved in, you know, and I just like to keep it a buck with people because at the end of the day, it's all about staying true to yourself.
Agreed.
Yeah, you're not like, I made it out of the hood with music.
Oh no, I mean, in my songs, I talk a lot about, you know, I came from the bottom, all you know, things like that. But what I mean by that is not necessarily a financial standpoint. I mean, in a mental standpoint, and a life standpoint, you know, because like at the end of the day, you could be the richest person in the world. You could have everything in the world, and if you're unhappy, you're unhappy. Because materialistic things ain't shit at the end of the day.
Shout out to Jeff Bezos. His wife just left him and didn't follow him back on Twitter.
Oof.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
The only person that Jeff Bezos follows on Twitter is his ex-wife, and she doesn't follow him back.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
R.I.P. my boy.
That's pretty swaggy to only follow one person on Twitter.
And she doesn't
Kind
follow
of a
him back.
flex, but it also makes you look like a douche nozzle.
Yeah, it makes you look like an ass.
I don't think Bill Gates is thinking about that right now.
Nah,
to be
Bill Gates
honest.
is counting guap.
Chilling
Bill
with
Gates
Epstein.
is Bill Gates is monitoring the people that he chipped with the vaccine.
Facts.
Of course, you would say facts. So what you were saying before kind of parlays into a question that was asked by our previous guest, Chair.
Should I explain this? What we?
Yeah, you probably should.
So basically, we have a thing where every episode, our last guest asks a question for our next guest.
Okay, that's
And
pretty
so on.
gnarly.
So like we have some continuity. So as Hunky was saying, our last guest asked.
Oh, you want me to say? Have you hit rock bottom?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. When I
When was it?
I don't even know, man. The best way to describe my life is a roller coaster. I mean it sounds fucked up, man, but I actually ended up overdosing on purpose when I was 17 years old, and that's one of the lowest points in my life. But then again, like I just I got out of jail, like I said a month ago. I got dumped right when I got out of jail, and she was the only person that wrote to me when I was in there. So that's pretty shitty. And just like I've dealt a lot with addiction. I used to have a terrible benzo and opiate problem, and just abuse all sorts of drugs, pretty much whatever I could get my hands on to kind of lie to myself and put a Band-Aid over my pain that isn't going to do shit at the end of the day. So definitely hit rock bottom, but I mean, everything can always get worse, but it can get better at the same time. So have I hit rock bottom? Yes, many times, but there can always be a brand new rock bottom or a brand new sky high.
That was very eloquent.
That was.
I'm guessing you had to be sober in jail. So are you still sober?
Yeah, I actually right before I got sent to jail, this girl that I was with, we used to do a lot of drugs together. I actually was on like a 2-week coke bender with her right before I got sent to jail, and I went to the doctor, and they told me that I had heart problems, and that if I kept on doing what I was doing, I wasn't gonna cut it. So jail was a blessing and a curse in disguise, and I met a lot of good people in jail, as fucked up as that sounds. I mean, obviously me being just a kid at the end of the day, and like I said, like never really having to fight for my life like that. I mean, growing up, I got my ass kicked a lot, but it's different to get in a fight at a park or get in a fight at school than it is to have to fight in jail and shit. Thank God I was blessed enough not to get hurt while I was in there, but I got sent to a facility here in Ohio where they bring everybody from Ohio. So I was in there with dudes that were doing life, people that were facing federal charges and shit. So like it was kind of spooky. I'm not going to lie.
Is it true that there is a lot of rape in jail?
No, maybe in prison, but I went to county jail. I didn't go to prison.
I ain't gonna cap. I didn't even know there was a difference.
Yeah, I honestly did not know the difference between prison and jail.
Pretty much the county jail that I was at, like I said, it was more of like a middle ground where they would send people facing federal charges and just people from all over Ohio. A lot of them were in there. Like how I was, not for that long. I got sentenced 30 days. I ended up serving 15, but a lot of people were in there just because of petty, stupid shit like me, or like I said, serious crimes. And it was for the people that were doing serious crimes, it was kind of like a middle ground. They would be there for a while till they got sent to prison or till they had court again, if that makes any sense.
I don't know if you're really like in the States to answer this. I could totally be wrong, but what would you say to people or kids that are like struggling with addiction as you were, just like as advice?
Was it with a vape?
As advice.
Oh, I thought he said like addicted to vapes. I don't know why I heard the word vape. I'm weak as hell. But what would I say to people that are struggling with substance abuse? The realest thing that I could say to an addict, and it's the realest thing that I said to myself, and obviously like everybody sucks at following their own advice, but what really helped me clean my act up is realizing that, you know, your family can tell you to quit, your parents can tell you to quit, your friends can tell you to quit. Everything in your life can go absolutely wrong, pointing in the direction that you have to quit, but you're never going to quit till you get sick of your own shit.
Oh.
Damn. That's
so like how do you get sick of your own shit quicker, I guess?
For me it was when I OD'd, it was a combination of benzos and opiates. I ended up taking around 20 bars and I don't even know how many Roxys. I got Narcaned, so that for me was kind of a wake up call. And also, this sounds stupid, but huh?
What's Narcan?
Narcan is an injection or like a substance pretty much that when somebody's overdosing, you give it to them and it helps them.
Oh, like, for some reason I thought it was like an event that could happen to you. Yeah,
no. Narcan is like I said, a chemical that prevents you from overdosing.
Got you.
Anyways, I ate a bunch of Roxys and a bunch of Xans, and they had a Narcan me. And another like way that I got sick on my own shit. This was actually when I was younger, but when I was around 16 or 17, I was sipping a lot of codeine, and that shit made me gain hella weight. So I mean, it's a stupid like getting sick of your own shit type thing, but lean made me get really chubby when I was younger, and selling drugs got me kicked out of my dad's house. So that's another wake up call type of thing, even though that's not necessarily addiction. But at the end of the day, like I said, I had no absolute necessity to be doing that. I just did that because I was stupid and I wanted money to spend on clothes and more drugs. So, you know, just feed the addiction.
Consumerism's a bitch.
Yeah.
It sucks because some people don't get to that point where they're sick of their own shit. Like, some people just keep going and don't stop.
For example, Honky here has a porn addiction, but he never got sick of it, so he still can't do NoFap. Yeah.
Yeah, no, porn addiction definitely worse than drug addiction.
Buddy don't leave his room. He's got to keep on winking.
That's not even true.
I'm weak.
This guy, no, crazy is addicted to not watching porn. Like, have you
that's
ever
a good
seen
addiction.
That? Like, that's fun.
I think I've been on NoFap for like 5 months now, but I think it cancels out because I've been sleeping really, really badly lately. Like,
oh shit!
I really need
side
to fix
effects,
that.
Man.
Well, I've just been more energetic, and I just need to get more self-control over sleeping well.
For sure. You know, it's funny, man. I actually I haven't slept in, like, I haven't had a good night's rest, and I don't even know how long, but right now I've been up for over 48 hours.
Oh,
whoa. Yo, how are you alive?
Dude, it's terrible. I'm this is another reason why my music is so depressed, you could say, but I'm diagnosed schizophrenic, so I just have a hard time falling asleep, and you know, like the whole dump shenanigans, that kind of sucks too. I actually sleep on the couch because I can't stand to look on my bed because there's so much room there.
Wow.
Me complaining about not getting enough sleep is a bit dumb compared to
and I'm on probation for 2 years, dog, so I can't even smoke weed or anything anymore, so I'm just sober sauce right now, except, you know, the occasional alcohol binge, benzo binge, because that shit gets out of your system fast, but I can't really smoke the doinks anymore.
As you shouldn't.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even know how you record a podcast after 48 hours of no sleep. I would die. I can't do it after 10 hours of no sleep. We should go back to music because I want to ask you, like, I know you have a song about Dennis Rodman. Who are some people that you would like to rap about in the future?
Well, first off, I love basketball. Basketball is my cup of tea for sure. I actually played AAU growing up. I never played for my school because my grades were garbage. I actually got expelled from high school when I was 17 years old. I got caught in school with 20 carts, and I had gotten suspended. If you know what carts are, they're just like weed vapes, wax. But I got suspended expelled because I denied the search, and I had been suspended so many times that it was just kind of like, if you denied the search, we know you have some bullshit on you, like you're out of here. So I ended up graduating early through a online program. If you guys know what Apex is, it's pretty much just school for dumb kids, and you do it all on a computer, and that's how I ended up graduating high school.
Bro, I want to do that.
back to basketball. Like I said, that's my favorite sport, and it's funny because you don't see a lot of Hispanic kids play basketball, but my team is the Lakers. I've always been a Kobe fan, so shout out the Lakers. I just love all players, though. Like you said, I talked about Dennis Rodman in the song. Why I talked about Dennis Rodman in that song is because Rodman, actually, if you look into his history, he struggled a lot with mental health, and he's just kind of like a whacked out dude in a good way. Like, he's just kind of himself, and he's an outcast. You know, he's Dennis Rodman. Yeah. That's why I made that song. And he would always get in fights with people and shit. He was a problematic dude, and you know, my brain's problematic. I really don't like myself, so that's where the inspiration from that came from.
Yo, you should do a song on like Freddie Mercury or something.
Oh, for sure, dog. Queen's my shit. I love Queen. Freddie's actually one of my biggest musical inspirations.
That's what I'm saying. By the way, the Lakers are getting bounced out the first round, so.
Oh, come on.
I have nothing to add to this because I don't care about sports or Queen.
He's like, you meatheads.
No, well, you should do a song about Crazy. He's a pretty eccentric character.
Yeah, welcome to my podcast. Make a song about me.
Yeah.
Have you called the suicide hotline before?
Yes, I have.
I mean, he is right now.
Hey.
But on a serious note, I have been down that bad before, especially when I used to have, you know, my guns and shit when I was younger. It was just not a healthy combination at all.
Oh no.
But thank God I lived with my parents, so that I live with my mom right now. But I lived with my parents. I moved around a lot growing up. I've lived in 3 countries, so I don't know, you just see a lot of shit, and like, yeah, I've called the suicide hotline. Not proud of it, but I am proud of it, because if you need help, reach out and get some help, even if you feel like you have nobody. Sometimes all you need is to talk to someone.
Yeah. Like, at the end of your song, Suburban Suicide, is that like a recording of your call with them?
Yeah, I actually ended up calling them. There's no, you know, you don't hear any of my voice on it, but that's just a recording of one of the suicide hotlines. And I just put that there because, you know, the whole song is about, you know, my story if I was to take my own life right now at 19 with everything going on in my life. And I didn't just want to write like a completely like fucked up song. I mean, it is a really fucked up song, but like what I mean by that is, you know, the song ends, the last 2 bars of the song I think are sick fucker, kick the bucket, days darker, which just means like, you know, I ended up offing myself. But then right after that, the suicide line thing comes in. Just I put that there to kind of give people hope. You know, your story does not have to end like that, you know.
Is that the song you're most proud of? I would imagine. It's a banger.
I'm happy you guys enjoy the content. Definitely one of my favorite songs I've ever made, and one of my most meaningful ones as well, with Hometown Loser, because Hometown Loser is that song's dedicated to all the dreamers, all the artists that are, you know, aspiring to be something. And especially here, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. Here in Cincinnati, Ohio, like I said, people are just, you know, wake up, go to work, come home, maybe have a wife and kids, die. Nothing happy in life. Everybody just aspires to be.
I hate that.
To just fit in. Yeah, everybody just aspires to fit in, and like, you know, like obviously, like if you find true love and if you have a beautiful family, that is gorgeous, and I'm really happy for you. But sadly, in the world that we live in nowadays, a lot of those people, you know, walk around with fake smiles. So that's kind of where Hometown Loser is from. You know, I come from a place where everybody hates on you if you're different. So I made that song to to tell everybody like, hey, you don't gotta give up on your dreams. Like, you can really achieve whatever you want to achieve. I mean, I ain't shit right now, but I'll tell you this, I'm doing a lot better than I was when I first started making music.
That's interesting because I feel like a lot of people are, content with having that sort of lifestyle, going to work and then going home and seeing your kids and then dying. Maybe not dying, but yeah. And I'm not sure how much that would change if you're like doing music. Like you would just replace work with music.
Well, because you control what you do. You can decide when you do music, when you see your wife. You don't have to work for anyone.
Music started off as a coping mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'll always make music regardless if I blow up or not. And obviously, like I said, I've moved around a lot. I've lost a lot of people in my life. I've had a lot of really bad relationships. Girls tend to like to fuck with my head, so that kind of sucks. But I've never really had stability at the end of the day. So, like a family and a wife that loves me, that would be beautiful one day. But that would not stop the music, if that makes any sense, because the music is, like I said, just coping mechanism.
So I guess you would be happy with getting a job like 9 to 5 and then doing music on the side?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, right now I'm not working at all. Like I said, I just got back from jail and I've been trying to push out this content. Eventually, when I get my mental health back together, I'm gonna start either working again or going to college again. I'm a college dropout. I moved to Hollywood right after I graduated high school early, and I attended what is it called? LA Film School. If you guys know what that is, probably not.
Yo, you're just like Jake Paul. He moved to LA.
Oh my god, yeah.
But I went down there and COVID hit, so my campus shut down and I blew all my money and I just came back home.
Oh, that's right.
So would you say that spending your money on college was a waste?
Oh no, I didn't. I was blessed enough to my dad was helping me with my college. I just meant like I spent all my money on stupid shit. Living in Hollywood was a terrible experience, but a beautiful experience at once. Just because that was one of the times that I was struggling with benzos a lot, like almost as bad as when I died. It was terrible because there was this MILF downstairs. I lived in an apartment complex, and it was kind of fucked up. But like I would hook up with her, and she would just feed me Xanax. So for a while, I was getting Xanax for free, and this girl would get about a boat every month. So we just had pills on pills on pills. It was hilarious, but really destructive and not good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, don't do drugs. Stay in school.
For sure, don't do drugs.
Wow. I was gonna say something, but that caught me off guard.
Oh, wait. Oh, we're doing a podcast, yo.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the show. Oh, I actually have a question. Yeah, I remember it now.
Go
what's
for it.
one thing that the rappers do that you don't like that they do and that you can vow on the show to never do? If that makes sense.
Off the top, like I said, I'm Hispanic. It's so corny when Hispanic rappers say the N-word. That shit is...
Will you vow right now forever?
Oh, for sure, dog. For sure. That shit is so corny. And I'm sure everybody, it doesn't matter what race you are, can agree with me. It's just mad corny. And also, I feel like a lot of rappers, like you said, only talk about, oh, I want to fuck bitches, get money. I'm this thug, I'm this, I'm that. And like at the end of the day, like, playing who's is bigger is not cool. I just like to stay true to myself.
Does it bother you that Drake says the N-word?
No, he's mixed.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I mean, at the end of the day, like you can say it, and no hate behind it. But like me personally, I just think it's corny because if I said it because I'm Hispanic, and there's so many other words in the dictionary that I don't know why people lean towards that word as such a crutch.
I feel like hip hop.
Maybe not in your go.
I think hip hop really popularized it, where it's just so common to say it now that people that want to fit in with the hip hop scene, they just kind of put it in a lot of their songs to look like the other hip hop songs.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know, like the way I look at my music, obviously, like I make some pretty weird music, but in a good way. At the end of the day, making the type of music that I make for me just comes easy because I've never fit in anywhere in my life. So even if I don't fit in the rap game or whatever the hell you want to call it, like I'm used to that and I'm just being myself.
Respect.
Would you, if you recorded covers that had the N word in it, would you say it like and then release it publicly?
No, I would sub it out to make the bar harder, you know.
Oh yeah.
I would kind of like twist the words a bit, make it more dank, and I don't do covers, period. But interesting question.
Oh, you don't do covers. That's pretty.
Nah, man, I write my own music. I'm sorry.
What if you're like at a party and then you like there's a song with the N word and everyone's singing along and then it's a bunch of white bitches just saying the N word?
Oh, I've been there, done that before. Like, so many people do that. At the end of the day, obviously, if you're just singing a song at a party, I mean, like, there's no hate behind that. But, like, at the same time, it does look a little corny when you got, you know, a bunch of white girls saying N-word this, N-word that.
Bro, I just think it's part of the music. Like, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Because it's not, like, really, like, putting anyone else down.
For sure.
Reciting lyrics.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, me personally, it's just a corny thing. If that makes sense, that's why I don't fuck with it. Obviously, no hate towards other artists that aren't, you know, African American and they still say it. No hate towards them, but like me personally, I just think it's cornball if you do.
What type of Hispanic are you?
I'm Mexican. I was actually born in Mexico City.
So you went
like 100%?
I what?
So you lived in Mexico, then you lived in
Venezuela, and then now I'm in the U.S.
Venezuela. That's really interesting. Were you there when it was inflated and all bad?
I was there right before it turned to shit because I was living there like when I was from the age of 5 up until like the age of 8, I think. So I don't really remember much of it, but it was a beautiful country. The weather was beautiful, the people were really nice, but the government was just really fucked. It still wasn't as fucked as it got, but like it wasn't the best government, you know.
A few days ago, I saw a video of Venezuelans making like purses out of their dollar bills. For sure.
I mean, I haven't kept up with the news. I don't like to involve myself in politics or in news as much. I try to just I'm a really peaceful person at heart, and I just like to spread love. So I don't really like to keep up with everything that's going on in the world because it just adds negativity that's unnecessary in my brain because I already have enough of that.
Do Venezuelans have their own currency?
I could not tell you, man. Like I said, I lived there when I was a jit, so like.
Because like I should be the Venezuelan fucking mayor. Like I should because they should just tie their money to the U.S. dollar and then all their problems are solved.
I don't know shit about politics or money or anything, but I mean, shit, I'll take your word for it, man.
You know, we're solving fucking third world problems right here, right now, live on Suicide Hotline.
Changing lives.
Why did you add Nike Boy to your name? I'm guessing your name isn't Octa, but where did you get your name?
My full name's Octavio. It's a Hispanic name, yeah. So Octa is just short for Octavio, and then Nike Boy. This goes back to my own stupidity. I started selling drugs and shit so that I could afford new kicks, and Nike/Jordan is my favorite brand ever. So that's where that came from. I fuck with Nike heavy. I'm a huge sneakerhead. I got over probably over 60 pairs, which I mean, a lot of people have a lot more, but like, that's pretty solid.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot compared to me. I have 0 Nike shoes.
For real? I just copped the, what are they called? Legend Blue 11 lows, if you guys know what those are. Jordan retros.
Yeah, of course, man.
I know what Jordans are. don't know that specific model, but all I know about Nike is how they use Uyghur slaves to make their products. So I just did a project in school on that. So that's why.
Oh, you did a project on that?
Yeah.
Do you have like any hate for any other musicians, or do you just have love for every single one of them?
I'm all love 24/7. So I have no hate towards anybody. I try to, like I said, spread as much love as I can because I've never really received a lot of it. so I know what that feels like. And I just want everybody to be happy. So no, I mean, as long as you're, staying focused on yourself, spreading positivity, if you have, like a good heart, that's what matters to me. So I just try to wish the best for everyone, no matter, if they have hate towards me or whatever. At the end of the day, I want everybody to eat, even if it's not on my table.
Honestly, happiness is probably the most important thing in life. Like, some people think it's success, money, fame.
For sure.
Nah.
Happiness is the key.
Your life is pretty empty if you're famous and sad.
Oh, for sure.
But the hard part is actually becoming happy, because it's not very intuitive.
Yeah, I agree, man.
A lot of people...
You just have to find a thing to do that makes you happy, I guess. And it's hard, though.
I think a lot of famous or successful people, their happiness is tied to their success. So they get happy when they become successful. But
no shit.
At a point, it doesn't really get enough. So they just get more and more to the point where they're just empty and alone.
Bro, I would love to have that problem, though, to be so successful that nothing, no more success would make you happy. Jeez. That would be sick.
At the end of the day, I don't even think it's success that makes you happy. I mean, this is gonna sound retarded, but how do I explain it? My music has obviously been doing a lot better, but I'm still at a really, really low point in my life, and I may be not booming, but doing better musically wise, but I'm low key kind of falling apart on the inside. So I've been trying to find happiness. I get really how do I explain it? Involved in my personal relationships, not only with love, but just friends and family. And if that shit isn't going well, I'm not really going well either. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're an extrovert?
No, not at all. What I mean by that is, like I said, Josh is probably my closest homie, Zidale, and I talked to that one girl that actually ended up dumping me, and I still really love her, and I'm trying to, make things work with her. But besides that, because she was my best friend at the end of the day, one of them. So besides that, I don't really talk to much people. Obviously, I talk to my mom, and whenever I get to see my dad, I talk to him. But besides that, I'm pretty solo dolo,
Well, it's good that you have music, and it's good that you're good at it, because you could probably just go far with that and see where it takes you.
Appreciate you, man.
That's kind of there's a football player who basically, how football players are, or any athletes, their dream is to make it to the major leagues. And then once they make it, their dream is to win a championship. So he won the Super Bowl, and then he had a great time, obviously, that's the peak of his career and shit. But after that, it's kind of what do you do? Because you've already you achieved what you've strived for your whole life. So
the way I look
kind of
at it
a crossroads.
If I ever do take off with this music shit, which I pray to God every day that I do. I'm heavily religious. But if I ever do take off with this music shit, get really, really big, this might make no sense, or it might make all the sense at all, but I want to be so successful one day that God uses my pocket to bless other people, and my influence to bless other people, if that makes any sense. And as long as I'm doing that, and as long as I keep my my important relationships on point, and as long as I find true happiness, I'm just gonna try to live a cool life, because we're only here once at the end of the day. And after surviving a suicide attempt, that really kind of changed my perspective on everything, and I just saw what that did to my mom and my close friends at the time, and it really fucks people up. So I don't know. I'm still, like I said, I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm doing, but I have good heart and good intentions, and I'm just trying to do the best with what I've got.
Would you be comfortable in telling or sharing what exactly consisted of your suicide attempt?
What exactly?
How you got out of it? What was involved in your suicide attempt and how you got out of it? Yeah,
man. So pretty much this was just, I this is when I was 17 years old. I had just gotten kicked out of my pop's place, like I said, and I was really going through it. I also just had gotten dumped by my first real love ever, and that really messed me up, and I was losing a lot of friends because of all the sketchy shit I was doing, and my grades were failing. My music was ass at the time. Not ass, but like, you know, like I wasn't, you know, you would hear me when I was 17, you'd be like, somebody take this kid's microphone away type shit. So like,
No.
I was kind of a loser, and, you know, getting into trouble at school constantly, trouble at home. Everything was kind of just falling apart, and I ended up getting involved in a really, really big panic attack, and I was on a lot of LSD, and acid tends to really fuck with your head and really like kind of like if you're in a bad place in life and you take acid, it really fucks you up because you really see like what's wrong with your life, and you really see like how, this is gonna sound fucked up, but you really see how worthless you really are. It's called ego death, and just like how like insignificant your existence is. And with everything that was going on, all the acid was what drove me to take all those pills, and I took all those pills, and I ended up just waking up in a hospital. And
you were saying something about that.
I don't really remember much of it, but it was just not it. My mom found me outside on the street. I think I was in the woods somewhere, not in the woods, but like I was in some like fucking like green area because I don't know what else to call it, and I was just on the floor twitching, and I'm thankful, and I'm really, really blessed that she followed me out of the house when I started spiraling out of control, because if you know, she wouldn't have called the ambulance on me, I would have probably died. Like, I mean, by the time they got there, like I said, I had to get Narcan, and that shit was fucked up. I was so numb that I actually had like cuts all over my I think it was my right arm, and all over my hand, my right hand. I had been dragging myself across the floor, like on the pavement, before I got to the grassy area, and I was just like bleeding. Like you could almost see my bone. That's how numb I was from all the drugs that I took, and just like,
oh my god,
fucked up shit. Yeah, dude, like acid really fucks you up, man. And you know, like obviously, like that wasn't what killed me, but like definitely what pushed me to, you know, let the demons win and actually attempt to do something to myself.
Yo, getting out of something like that, like for me, would also like change my perception of everything dramatically. That is so scary.
Yeah, that was fucked up. I mean, I don't know. It's hilarious. I actually just got my that's probably not. I mean, that's really, really fucked up. But more fucked up shit has happened to me that doesn't involve me killing myself. But I have a lot of PTSD, and I just got my medical marijuana card, but it's kind of goofy. I'm not even allowed to use it because I'm on probation. So there goes $200 down the drain.
Oh no, man! How many people know this about you?
I don't really talk to much people, but I mean, I talk about it in my music, and this is a musical podcast, so you know, I'd say I let the fans know about it.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Sorry I wasn't speaking. I was just imagining that.
Yeah, bro, it was fucked up, and my good buddy at the time, he was there and he witnessed it all too. He was the one that like told my mom like, yo, something's wrong, like, because I mean, he didn't see me take all those drugs. He just saw me off the acid, because obviously, like, you know, if I'm gonna take my own life, I'm not gonna tell my friend that's right next to me that I'm gonna do it. That's how fucked up I was. Like, it was just not it.
Holy.
I feel like this is a really depressing note to end on. Like,
did you
I mean, you guys asked me about it.
Yeah. Did you become more religious after that?
No, actually, I was really angry at God for a while, just because everything that I did seemed to go to shit. And I'm still, like, obviously, like, right now I'm at the point where, like, I know for a fact that God is real, and I know that he controls everything. So I'm not gonna lie, I still get frustrated with God a lot, because everything in my life is kind of doo-doo right now, but I trust in him, and he knows what's best for me at the end of the day, and I just pray that I find happiness and that everything starts to, you know, get better or whatever. But like I said, I was super angry at God for a while. I still kind of have not a hate-love relationship with God, but like, why does this happen to me type relationship with God. But I've never lost faith. That's one thing. A lot of people will get really religious, and then, nothing gets better and they'll completely lose faith. I don't lose faith. I just get sad, if that makes any sense, or upset.
Man, I love your confidence. I love how you said, I know for a fact God is real. Most people don't have that.
If you believe in God, you believe in God, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to prove, but yeah,
for sure. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all like, if you want to believe in it, you can. If you don't want to believe in it, then don't. That's how I look at it. That's why I have a lot of people around me that are atheists, or they don't believe in God, and they look at me funny because I'm such a religious person. But I don't try to push it on them or anything. Like, if you don't believe in anything, I rock with that. But I believe in some,
Do you go to church?
Yeah, I actually, right when I got out of, right before I went to jail, and I told you I was like doing all that coke and shit, I went and I got confessed. I'm Catholic. I went and got confessed by the priest or whatever, and then I got sent to jail. I got out, and ever since I've been going to church every Sunday, so that's pretty cool.
Wait, you got sent to jail after you confessed?
Yeah.
So, like, if you didn't confess, you wouldn't be sent to jail?
No, bro. What I mean by confessed is, like, I went to the priest and I got confessed. Like, what confession
probably not
is?
related events.
Okay.
We actually do it on the show.
No. Like, going to confession is pretty much just telling the priest all your sins and asking for forgiveness. And they listen to you and they tell you what you need to do. They gave me a couple prayers that I had to say a bunch of times, and told me that I just had to keep my nose clean and that God was going to help me out.
How fitting is that? Pretty crazy.
I'm not going to lie, like, a lot of the shit that's happened to me in my life, this is one of the things that gives, like, one of the only things that gives me somewhat hope. A lot of the shit that's happened to me, any other person would completely lose their mind and go do something fucked up. But I just try to put it all in the music and still spread love, because at the end of the day, it's really hard to be all love if you've never received it. And I try to give everybody the love that I never received, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah, man. Like, if you're listening to this, then go check out his music, because yeah, I guess knowing this about you really puts into context what you talk about in your songs. So
makes your songs
appreciate that, man.
Yeah, it really makes your songs have much more effect on the listener.
For sure.
By the way, we never got your question for our next guest. So if you have any question in mind that we'd ask our next guest, what would it be? Could be about really anything.
And one of them was like an incest related question.
What the fuck?
I don't know. That's crazy. Consider who our next guest is. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Who's you guys' next guest? Give me a little background information.
I mean, as long as they don't cancel, we can tell him. So yeah. We have a journalist, Maria Quint, up next. She works for like The Onion, and she also runs a campaign to tax the rich.
Okay.
So preferably no incest questions, because that would be pretty
weird. Yeah, no, I was actually going to try and ask something wholesome. My brain is just not cooperating. Probably all the benzos, but I would
probably
say,
the 48 hours of no sleep.
Yeah, that too. I would say what do you think is your purpose in life? And if you don't have one, give me like your best, guess or whatever. Because I mean, for me, I'm still kind of struggling with that, but obviously music is heavy. So I would say my purpose is music, but yeah, what is your purpose in life? What do you want to get out of life? That's my question for the next person.
That's a really good question. That's probably one of the best questions we have. We've had a pretty bad history with questions. Honky, do you want to do the surprise segment thing?
Yeah, so basically on every episode of the show, we surprise our guests by making them sing a song, because like we're a music type thing. and like songs are cool. Are you a fan of songs? White bitch songs? Pop songs?
Here's the thing, man. I don't care what the song is. I just have to know it because I listen to emo bands, like I said, man. So I might know your song, I might not. All my music is from the early 2000s, mid 2000s, maybe early 2010s. So maybe.
Okay.
We actually don't have a song right now.
Shit.
Did we do Wrecking Ball?
Yeah, that was literally us.
We did. Shit. Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like
it was.
90% sure we did Call Me Maybe.
Yeah, we did Call Me Maybe.
Like white bitch songs. We haven't done that one Beach Boys song.
Yeah, it was too hard.
Nice,
We weren't able to find the.
COVID's a bitch.
You got COVID?
Nah.
Dude, I've had it twice. It was ass.
No way.
Yeah, bro. So when I first moved to Los Angeles, I got it, but I didn't even know it was COVID because it was before COVID was a thing. But there's no way that shit was the flu, dog. I was in bed. I was losing weight like crazy, and well, I mean that probably also ties to my eating disorder. But like I was losing more weight than usual just by sitting there and actually eating. That's how sick I was, and I couldn't stop sweating. I had a terrible fever, and then I also got it when I moved back to Ohio. But COVID was a thing then, and I just isolated, whatever. Got my 2 weeks over with, and that was cool. But it literally feels like you're dying. It sucks.
At some point, we should do Girls Just Want to Have Fun, because, like, we keep referencing white bitch songs, and, like, that's the pinnacle of white bitch
Hey, man, white bitch songs are the shit Thanksgiving. So,
they're the shit Thanksgiving? What?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You've never seen Steve-O?
No, we don't actually like watch any media or listen to any music. Yeah, we're just the only thing we do is podcasts, so we're pretty clueless.
Well, Steve-O is one of the members from Jackass. He says that shit, and it's kind of stuck in my head, so I've been saying it now. Shout out Steve-O.
I wanted to watch Jackass when I was younger, but my parents never let me.
Mood.
What do you think of that one?
Yes, memory, bro. When I was in like middle school and GTA 5 came out, I wasn't allowed to play it, so I had to buy it off a kid at school. Savage.
That's probably the worst thing you've done in your life, huh?
Oh, for sure. Bad boy.
We should start finding the songs before like right on the spot.
I just found it.
Good idea.
Oh, Girls Just Want to Have Fun? I don't even know how the song goes. Do you, Octa?
No, but I'm pulling up the lyrics right now because I love to sing.
That's great to hear.
Dude, you know what was goofy as fuck? Totally unrelated, but when I got locked up, I actually had my nails done and I had pink hair, so that was also not nice. But that just made me think about that because I looked up the cover for Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and all the girls on there look like super, overdone or whatever. But
like you decided to get your nails done and your hair turned pink.
Well, I've always loved pretty colors. I'm a pretty feminine boy, but my girlfriend at the time, she actually dyed my hair, and she used to paint my nails all the time. So she liked doing it. I like doing it.
She dyed your hair pink before you went to prison?
Well, I didn't know that I was going to go to jail, dog. It was kind of like a... Dude, because, like, I shouldn't have even... Like, the shit that I got in trouble for, I shouldn't have even go to jail. And that was my first offense ever, like, actually on record. So they really did me dirty. The judge was low-key racist as fuck, but whatever.
Yo, what was your lawyer doing?
Dude, I actually didn't have a lawyer when I first went to court because I just thought that they were going to have me pay a fine because I just got caught shoplifting some...
Oh, no way.
Stupid shit. Yeah, bro, I shoplifted like $25 worth of food. And I didn't even take... It was so stupid, bro, and I didn't even take it with me. I just fucking... what is it called? I ate it in the store and I was off perks, and this was... Well, she's dumped me a couple times, but this was one of the times that she dumped me, and I was mad depressed, so I was just like, man... I'm going to fucking eat some food off these perks because I mentioned my eating disorder before. I hadn't eaten in like 2-3 days, so I was just fucking starving. So I'm in the grocery store, right? I start eating snacks and shit, And I walk out. I think that, nothing's going to happen because I had fucking stolen all sorts of shit before and actually stolen and not just eating food in a fucking grocery store. As I'm leaving the store, one of the security guys tells me like, hey, yo, we have you on video. Like you took all this shit. Like you like, we're going to call the cops. And I'm like, whatever. And I was with these two buddies of mine at the time. And one of them drove. I didn't drive. So we were in his car. We're walking to the car. We get in the car, and actually fuck the driver, dude, because the security guard guy is tweaking, right? He's like, you need to come back here. We're calling the police. Blah blah blah. And the dude that I was with, that was driving, he's a total bitch. He rolled the window down and had to fucking explain to bruh that he had no clue what I had done, but that he wasn't a part of it, and he was just big pussy. Because
rough.
Yeah, so anyways, he sat there, explained for like 5 minutes, and we drove off. We're at the red light, and when we start moving past the red light, cop just gets right in front of us, and they actually had been waiting for us because they told them what the car looked like, and they told them which way we were going, and I guess that they got there fast enough. But literally, if this dude wouldn't have sat there and bitched the fuck up and, I didn't do it, I don't know what they did, I probably wouldn't have gone to jail. So yeah,
that's not worth 15 days. That's the only thing that you got convicted. Like,
yeah, no, it's kind of goofy, man. I've done, I don't even know how much stupid shit, and I probably shouldn't talk about it. But yeah, that's the one thing that they bagged me for. A couple snacks.
Okay, I didn't know it was like that. That's crazy.
Were you high when you were at court or something?
No, dude. So I was off the perks when I ate the food at the grocery store or whatever. Like I said, cops pulled us over. The cop was an asshole. This was actually one of the more like rednecky rural areas in Ohio. So it was just like me being Mexican already didn't help me, and me having pink hair also didn't help me with a bright yellow hat because they pulled us over and they were you match the subject description completely perfect. I didn't even give bruh mouth or anything because I know not to fuck with police. Like they really be on stupid shit, especially out here where there's not a lot of minorities. So I get out, I'm doing what they tell me to do. The dude handcuffs me and then slams me on the hood of the car, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm not even like resisting arrest or anything, and the dude's being a giant prick. Sits me in the back of the car, wouldn't even let me have my phone, which is fucking illegal. Like, I should be able to bring my phone with me because I wanted to make a phone call. I wanted to tell mom or dad, like, hey, I'm probably going to go to jail, whatever. I sit there for like 30 minutes. Dude comes back. He's like, yeah, we're just going to give you a ticket. You have to show up to court at this date, blah, blah, blah. The total of money that I stole from the food was like $25. I'm like, okay, this ain't shit, So whatever. And you know what makes it even funnier? My ex-girl's dad, the girl that I was with at the time, he's a lawyer, so like I could have totally asked for help or some shit, but like I didn't even think I needed a lawyer. I was like, it's my first offense. I'm gonna walk in there with my balls up my ass and apologize for what I did, tell them that it was stupid because it was, and I'm not gonna do it again. And like hope that I get community service or something, a slap on the wrist, because like I should have honestly gotten that. But I guess since I didn't have a lawyer and they pleaded guilty, the judge was just like, nah, fuck this dude. Like he's a bum. Like he doesn't have anybody here supporting him or anything. We're just going to sentence him to 30 days, no bond, which is just complete ass. So, I'm in jail. Right when I get to jail, I actually had a trade. It was hilarious. They let me keep my COVID mask from home, and I had like a gnarly COVID mask. It was like one of the nice cloth ones. So I'm in jail, right? And I'm walking around in the rec area, and fucking there's like these windows on the cells, and they're see-through, but they're like really, really thick glass. So then this one skinhead guy, which is weird because I wouldn't expect the skinhead to like want anything to do with me in jail, because like all the dudes that are in there that are skinheads are Aryan Brotherhood, which is like a fucking like white supremacy racist ass like gang or whatever. So like they started like banging on the window, and they're like, hey bro, come here. And I'm like, all right. So I walk over, I'm like, what's up? He's like, hey bro, what you want for that mask? And I'm like, I don't know. And the food that they gave you in jail is fucking garbage. But I also needed some phone time because my parents didn't even know I was in jail because they took me to jail straight from court. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, what do you have for for food that you can trade me? He's like, I have some ramen. So, he gave me a pack of ramen, and he gave me his phone code so that I could use the phone. And I ended up calling my parents with what he gave me. I gave him the mask, told him, what the fuck was up. And I reached out to the lawyer that my parents found for me, and they ended up getting the shit appealed, which means like, you know, like I technically like get to have a rehearing. So I had the rehearing after 15 days in jail, and that's when the judge was like, all right, like, you know, we're gonna give you 2 years probation, and like you can't do any of this, you can't leave the state, all this bullshit. But I ended up getting out early. Wow. Really, the only reason that she let me out was because, I'm not gonna lie, my parents did awesome with this, but they told the judge that I was like a musician, and that like, you know, I actually had a life. I wasn't just like a total, you know, bum or whatever. So he told them that I was a musician, that I had attended music school or whatever, and they were like, okay, well maybe this guy's not a piece of shit. So then that's how I ended up getting out. And shout out my ex-girl's dad, because he ended up recommending the lawyer that I used. So that was pretty gnarly.
I guess if you're gonna go to court, it definitely helps to have people behind you.
Yeah, for sure. Like even your parents, dog. Like, you know, my dad drove me to court. That's how you got out. I like the day that I was supposed to go before I got arrested. My dad drove me to court that day, and I told them like, yo, like please don't come in with me. Like this is so embarrassing. I don't want you to see me like in court for like some stupid shit like this. So he listened to me, but I'm sure if my dad would have came in court with me, it would have looked a lot better, because they probably thought I was like a total no life. You know what I mean? Like not even like, you know, like my family don't care about me type shit, which is stupid as fuck, because like obviously that shouldn't matter. But the court that I went to, they really like, they're really, really like strict and like judgy. Does that make any sense? Like they don't want to help somebody out if they don't see that they can help themselves. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, from what it seems, how you got sentenced for 15 days for stealing $25 worth of food.
30 days. I served 15.
Wait, it was 30 days?
Yeah, bro, that's what I was saying. She sentenced me to 30 days and no bond, and I ended up serving 15. And then I got out after the appealment. But right now I have 6 months over my head, so like I can't mess up my probation, because if I mess up my probation, that's 6 months in jail for me. That's the only thing that sucked about the appealment. If I would have just served my 30 days, I would have nothing, you know, like on my head. But at the same time, who the fuck wants to be in jail? So like I got out early, but I can't fuck up my probation, because if I do, it's slow for me.
Thanks for telling that story, by the way, because it gave me time to think of a song. What do you think of Perfect by Ed Sheeran? That's like the pinnacle of white bitch songs. Come on, you gotta do it.
Man, did I show you guys Bologna Sandwich?
The song?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, that song, same with Suburban Suicide. Both of those songs I actually wrote in my cell, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, your songs have a lot of meaning. Oh, my bad, my phone went off. Yeah, your songs have a lot of...
Yeah, my boy's Android gang.
We're in a podcast. Your phone is off. Live.
Come on, man, get it together.
Android's way better.
Yo, what song are we doing? Hold on.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun, because I know that one.
Oh, you know that song? Okay, no, it's the Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Wait, you don't like... I can't find Girls Just Want to Have Fun free version of it, so...
Wait, so hold on. Ed Sheeran, what's the song?
Perfect.
What about Shape of You?
Perfect lyrics, okay. I've never heard this song before, ever, so expect some pretty rough vocals.
Oh my god. Okay, this is my last... Oh my god.
We can watch the lyric video of the thing.
I live under a rock, my guy.
Yeah, me too. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. We should do that, because he knows what it sounds like. Are you sure you can't find the, like, notes?
Not right now. I could look at the preview of the paid version. That would be pretty. I'd have to do some improvising, but we could make it work.
Do you know any other pop songs that we could all that we all know by any chance?
Maybe Party in the USA.
That was literally the first one we did. Everyone suggested it. That's funny. Bryn suggested it as well. That's hilarious.
Oh, Fireworks, Katy Perry.
Did we do that?
I think we did that. Yeah.
Wait, no, we didn't.
That's the plastic bag one. I remember singing about plastic bags.
No, I don't think we did Firework. We did Baby. No, we didn't.
Oh, Baby by Justin Bieber. Hey, shout out Justin Bieber. He's hard. I like Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber's...
Yo, then yeah, Sorry by Justin Bieber it is.
Sorry by Justin Bieber? You want to do that?
Which one?
Is it too late now to say sorry, but more than just your...
At one point let's do Love Yourself by Justin Bieber.
Yo, facts.
What is
That's
that? I don't know what that song is. Wait, let me listen to it.
You feel like go away. Come on.
Oh,
Were you
that
alive
song,
in
that song, that
2017?
song, that song. Yeah.
Okay,
Just
shoot me.
so, I hope he doesn't copyright strike us.
At one point, we should do a Drake song.
I
Sounds
know
like-
when the highlight blink.
Oh my
Yo,
god.
facts.
How do you play that on guitar?
Do you know how to play like emo riffs or no?
No, I only know chords.
Oh, true.
Yeah, but I can learn. I've actually only been playing for like 6 months.
You know a lot of
something.
chords, though. How did you learn them?
Well, first off, I do a podcast where I have to play like new chords every time. But I just I like to learn songs that I like.
Facts.
Yeah, I just need to learn a new chord. Give me a second.
G
G
My
slash
man's about
B
to learn a
chord
whole ass chord. Josh, they're having me sing a Justin Bieber song at the end of the podcast.
for all the
Yeah.
times. Wait, what was the first chord? E?
Hey, everybody listening, check out Mr. Zidale's music too, because he's fire as fuck, and he's my dog.
I'll link it in bio. Or
For
description.
sure.
Check out Fido.
Check out Zido.
Check out Oxa as well.
How does the song go? For all the times that you rain on
It goes,
my parade.
for the times that you rain on my parade. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. For all the times that you rain on my parade. And all the clubs you get in, you say my name. You think you broke my heart, oh girl, for goodness sake. Think I'm crying on my own, well I ain't. And I didn't want to write a song, cause I didn't want anything that I still care at all. But you still hit my phone up, and baby I'll be moving on. And I think you should be stunting, I don't wanna hold back. Maybe you should know that my mama don't like you, she likes everyone. And I never admit that I was wrong. And I'm so caught up in what I thought, didn't see what's going on. But now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. There you go.
Oh, are we done?
Beautiful violin.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And beautiful guitar
People
too.
always say that the violin's the best part. I don't know what it is.
I rate my my vocal performance like a solid negative 10 out of 10, but
That was great. We should have done the full thing. Honestly,
shit.
like, I'm down to do the full thing. That could be
If
an
I
entire
can
song.
get it on beat, because that's the whole thing, bro. I don't even know if I was
No, you did
on, I
actually.
probably
You did
wasn't
a
on
really
beat.
good job of that. Before we end it off, do you have anything to get off your chest? Any confessions or any plugs or both?
I was I would just want to say, everybody listening to this, I love you, and even if you don't feel loved, I love you, and my music loves you. And shit may hit the gutter, but just, I guess, keep your head up and, keep fighting, because life is a war. But it's not about, what's his face, Soupy Campbell, one of the vocalists in the Wonder Years. He said it's not about forcing happiness, it's about not letting sadness win. That's some of the realest shit that I've ever heard in my life. So I guess just, don't let the sadness win, like he said. And yeah, album dropping soon. Check out Zidale's music again, because he's fire as fuck, and I love every single one of you, and I love you guys on the show, and I really, really appreciate you guys having me.
The feelings are
that's
mutual.
great,
Thank
man.
you for coming on.
Oh yeah, boys.
That's really nice. Very wholesome.
Yeah, I think you're our most genuine guest yet.
Appreciate that.
That's a bold claim.
I mean, most of our guests are.
Yeah, no, most of them are rude as fuck. So you're probably
For
right.
real.
Oh,
Oh, that's not true.
yeah,
I mean,
hey, man,
a lot of them
keeping
are
it
nice.
keeping it a G, bro. Like, me as a musician, musicians are fucking assholes, dog.
I
Like,
mean, you gotta be like every artist. There's a point where if you're not an asshole, you won't succeed the same way that if you are an asshole. So like, I mean, think about it. Like, if you are an asshole, I guess this works more with movies and stuff. But if you're an asshole, you want to make everyone redo things over and over again until it's perfect. If you're a musician
That's
asshole,
not being an asshole.
Yeah,
That's
that's not what I meant. Like, obviously, I'm a perfectionist. Zidale can tell you here. I'm
yeah,
annoying
yeah,
as
yeah. That's
fuck when we
more.
record. I'll record the same take a billion times and it'll sound the same those billion times, and I'll still want to record it to make it better. What I meant by being an asshole is, a lot of musicians, like their egos get to their head, and like, I pray to God, and I hope that if I ever do take off with music, He keeps me grounded, and I always tell the people around me, like, you better smack the fuck out of me if I start acting different if I ever go somewhere with this, because I'm just a jit. I'm a kid from Ohio, and I'm gonna stay a kid from Ohio
Yeah,
forever.
it's one thing to like expect excellence of your workers, and it's another thing to like be an asshole. I don't know.
For sure.
I think what I meant was like you have to have a high ego if you want to make something that you think is valuable for like
Oh yeah,
everyone
for
else to
sure.
listen to. I think that's probably what I was getting to. But
You mean, well, there's a difference between ego and confidence. I see what you
sure,
mean, though.
sure, yeah. But yeah, don't be an
We're
asshole.
arguing semantics at this point.
Don't be an
Yeah,
asshole.
don't be an asshole, especially if you're planning to come on.
For sure. You guys are dope. I'm sorry that guests before me have not been the nicest.
No, it makes it more entertaining. Don't worry about it.
It also doesn't help that we're not the nicest to our guests. It's kind of like a
You
Yeah.
guys are pretty
roasting
welcoming, man. I mean, for a loner from Ohio, you guys treated me, decent. You guys treated me like a human being, so I appreciate you guys for
Thank you.
that.
We'll
Uh,
take any compliments we can get. You want to say the outro?
Before that, I want to say the outro before he says the
Oh,
outro.
wow.
Thank you, Nikeboyocta, or just Octavius, for coming
It's
on.
Octavio, but whatever works.
Just after you called us nice. Thank you
Hey, man,
for
I have a weird name.
thank you for the next Drake for coming on.
For sure.
Do you want to say the outro?
You talking to me or you talking to him?
That was directed to you.
That was directed to you, yeah.
Oh, I don't know the outro. Should I just say goodbye to everybody?
Well, based on what you know of like everything combined, what would you think the outro would be?
Don't commit suicide.
Beautiful outro.
And like I said, just spread love.
Amazing. Okay. All right. Thanks for coming on. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
For
Bye.
sure. Send me this when it's finished.
Definitely will.
Got you, fam.
You guys stay safe, all right? God bless.
God bless.
He seems like a nice young gentleman. Is it cool if I like quit